Hey guys, and welcome to my channel where I post quick videos and tutorials for things you may be curious about or interested in. If you do like this content, please comment, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified anytime I post a new video. With that out of the way, let's get started. So today what I'll be showing is a quick and easy way of doing the airbrush technique. You may have seen the airbrush technique similar in different magazines or just pictures online. It just softens up an image like the skin and the flesh tones. Plus it looks a little fancier. It's actually really easy to do, just a quick one. So I'll be going over the simple basics of that. Today I've got a stock image of a female here. It's actually pretty high resolution. You can see tones on the skin. So if you were to want to get rid of that, you would airbrush it. And the way we're going to do that first is we'll unlock the background layer, and then we'll just duplicate it, dragging it down to the layer button. Then for this, what we'll do is we'll go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. Now this is going to blur it out, and that's exactly what we want. Depending on your taste, and we can always change this later, you'll just add a bit of a blur. So let's go, I don't know, 2.5 looks good. So the image is a bit blurred out, as you can see. But what we'll do is we'll go to Layer, as we did last time, except we're going to go to Hide All. So it's back to the normal image. This time, we're going to use the white, because we're going to want to reveal it with the brush tool. And then, we're just going to brush over the skin and reveal the blurred spots. Now typically you don't want to go over anything, details or very dark contrast areas, because then it'll just be obviously blurred. But we're just going to go over this quickly. And that should just about cover most of the skin. So we're going to zoom out here. Now the difference is not that much when you look at it. If we're going to go from the mask, it just softens up the skin a little bit. Now depending on how extreme you want it, you might go full blurry, or you might just want to do a little bit, especially around the eyes. But like I said, you want to leave the areas with extreme contrast, especially like details. Otherwise, it may just end up looking too much like a blurred image. For example, if we were to go like this, it doesn't look that great, at least not in my opinion. So we'll undo that. Now, if you get to this point and, you know, it's not exactly as airbrushy as you would like, you can always just go back up here to Filter, Blur, and go to the Gaussian Blur again, and just add however much blur you want to add to it. Oops, I was doing that on the layer mask. There we go. And do the Gaussian Blur. So you can always add more blur if you want it to be a little more extreme and pronounced. Not that much. Or just no blur. But I usually prefer to go somewhere around the 3.5-ish mark, or 3. It all depends on your taste and what you want to accomplish with the image. For example, like this, for example, 4. Actually doesn't look that bad, at least not from a distance. But if this areas around the eyes are a little too pronounced and you don't like the contrast between the blurred areas and the lids of the eyes, you You can always just go down to here, change the opacity down to a lower opacity, and then just slightly blur it out. Now let's go a little more. You can also do it along the eyebrows if that's a little too much. There you go. And yeah, that's just a quick and simple method of doing the airbrush technique you might have seen on images online. It's a way of getting rid of like pores and stuff, or blemishes, if that's one way of doing it. So yeah, if you like this or you have any questions, don't forget to leave a comment in the bottom half. And thanks for your time. Have a good day.